Guys, welcome to today's live decoding session for BankNifty. Today is the Thursday, 12th of October 2023, and the current time is 9:04 a.m. IST. And let's quickly understand the context in terms of what happened yesterday. Okay, so first of all, we had a sort of a very balanced profile yesterday. So what I mean by balanced profile is, first of all, so this is the overall balance. From the structural perspective, I am seeing acceptance above the 44,500. That's one data point. Supply seen at 44,800. So this is a low volume area node where actually the balance got formed. That is the previous days or yesterday's expiry. But overall, this is a good sign. So as we are in a balance, if the auction opens within this range, I'm expecting further balancing and then a breakout, at the lower end or at the upper end, because we have got a poor low, we have got structurally a stop. So basically a 45-degree line, a firecracker effect, plus a lot of supply is trapped. So on the 10th of October, that is Tuesday, these are nothing but single prints. This is where a lot of sellers or supply are the ones which are trapped. Okay, so yesterday we did not accept within the previous day's high. Overall inventory is still long, but I'm seeing that if so I'll get some more clues, but overall I'm seeing inventory is long. This might have invited some swing traders to take a long trade, but I am seeing sellers at the higher levels, that is around 44,800. Okay, so yesterday we were in a 300-point balance. Nothing much has changed. Overall a rotational movement has happened. Currently my thesis is that the sellers are trapped in this particular auction, and yesterday they were the ones who were exiting the trade. Now today if we open gap up, so above the high, then this is another zone, another area where I'm seeing trapped buyers. So this is where also I'm expecting supply to again come in. Okay, so we'll get some more clues from the pre-open data. Also no major accumulation seen from the big players. And if I look at the print of yesterday, what am I seeing is currently I am seeing something different. So basically, just hold on, let me also squeeze this. Okay. So on the futures chart, what I'm seeing is the 44,850 level is where there is sellers present. This is on the on this particular day. And we are in a region where we have got supply overhead, that is about 44,700 is where there are sellers, and below 44,660 or around that level, that's where there are buyers. Okay, so yesterday the closed was within the range, and there are trapped sellers or supply is trapped around the lows. Okay, so this is market generated information. The current time is 9:07. The pre-open data is out, and we are actually opening within the previous day's range. So currently we are in a range of this area where expect some choppiness. We are just so let me just look at the pre-open data. It will give us even more clues. So we are opening just 50 points around the previous. So overall inventory is short, but it's not inventory is long, but it's not too long. And where the inventory is opening is area where there are trapped buyers who will be nothing but the sellers. So basically, as the auction is going to open here, the price is going to open here at every price rise. So I'm looking to sell, looking to see supply coming in at 44,600, and see the auction drop lower to 44,500. The reason is this is the resistance. This is where there are trapped buyers, and 44,500 to 520. This is support because there are trapped sellers. Okay. So first of all, I want this 100-point range, this particular range to be cleared. This is the chop, which I'm seeing in the current auction. And again, from the futures chart, we are opening within this choppy zone. Yeah. So I'll be looking at the order flow which is coming in, and another line in sand will be the time point of control, which is around this particular zone. Okay, so now my plan of action is clear. Currently I'm not seeing any trend right at the open. I'm seeing resistance at the top, support at the bottom, so I'll wait for this particular orders to get cleared and see after the rotation, which area the order flow is getting built, and based on that, I'll be executing and I'll be taking the trades. On the futures chart also similar, so there is seller here, there is a buyer here, so we are going to chop in this range from 700 to 650, this 50-point range. So let it chop, and if it breaks 650, then I'm looking for continuation lower, targeting, or basically hitting this area where there are trapped sellers. So this is where I'm seeing some responsive buying and also continuation lower. As it is going to move lower, there is also another area around 540ish level where I'm seeing another support. Okay, so this is a major support zone in the current auction, and this is a major resistance zone in the current auction. Yeah, in between that we are just gonna chop. Yeah, plus today is the Nifty expiry, the weekly expiry, so just be extra careful. But we are gonna, as we are opening within the balance, we are just gonna chop, we are just gonna range, have a range bound auction development in the balance. Now let me just look at the order flow. Okay, so now as the price is opening a bit 50 points up, I'm looking at 690 or 700. So it's this is where I'm seeing that yesterday good amount of buying did came in, about 1.8k of buyers, they came in. So basically they have created a lot of absorption. So this is where the buyers have absorbed the supply. So for me, 44,700 is the area where I'm looking for responsive buying. So look below and fail sort of scenario, and looking for continuation higher and test the sellers. So do we get sellers at 800 and 850? Because this is where I'm seeing from the print where supply can come in. Okay, so I'm expecting, and apart from that, let me just look at the so after that about 980 is where I'm seeing some supply in the system. Apart from that, I'm not seeing. And if it continues higher, we actually came below the previous week high, so that is again a market generated information. That's where supply initiated their trades. Sellers, they have come in. So as it is opening 50 points up, so it will be opening around the previous week high, and I'm looking for continuation higher. And do we get look above and fail at 44,800 or not? Okay, so the plan is as it opens, I'm looking for absorption here and failing at the POC, and then seeing continuation higher. This is where I'm looking for sellers, and then again come lower. Yeah, so I'm looking at look below and fail at this particular zone, that is at 680. That is this year, that's where I'm looking for look below and fail, and I'm looking for look above and fail at the previous day's high, or the current high which is made in the auction. Okay, and if I see continuation, yeah, then these are the areas where a lot of stops are present. But in order to reach there, there is a seller, there is supply seen at 820 to 840 zone. Yeah, so just be careful with your longs, don't be in a hurry to chase or take any trades. Okay, and overall we are in a balance. So this is the monthly volume profile of July, August, September. This is the October month, and currently we are developing in a balance. So this is a low volume area node around 44,400, and we are just auctioning around here. So I'm waiting for the price to move lower and tag this particular zone. Let's see, because there are certain areas where I'm expecting responsive selling and responsive buying. So as the auction will open, I'll be getting more clues. But overall inventory is currently long. And if I look at the OI data, so we are going to open above 44,500. Let me just look at that. Yes, so we are opening above 45,500. So this is where the call positions, they will be under the weather. They might throw the towel, but I am seeing continuously the call positions are getting created. So CE inventory is more compared to put inventory. Yeah. So 44,500 is again the line in sand. So first of all, I want these particular 100-point range. So, from 500 to 600, this range to be broken. Okay. So, yeah, so I'm just pausing now. It's 9:15. In next 45 seconds, the auction will open. So let me know if you have got any questions, and I'm just logging into my trading account, and I'll just show you what's my current funds available to and what's the current MT. Okay, my password has expired, so okay, I won't be able to take a trade now, but that's fine. So the auction has opened. Where has it opened? So it has opened above 600. 600 is the zone where I'm looking for sellers to come in. Yeah, so supply is definitely coming in. Currently the order flow, so some short covering is seen. So let me just hit refresh. So we'll get some more data points. Sorry, I was actually busy in logging into my trading account and my password is expired. So I won't be taking any trades right now in this current live session on YouTube, because I will not be able to focus on what's happening currently and executing the trades. Okay, so currently I'm seeing more buyers have entered into the system, and let me just look at the balance zones. So yep, overall inventory is long and supply is seen at 44 to 44 786. Okay, so 786 is where I'm looking and observing the reaction. Currently the auction is still developing higher, and previous day's high is where again I'm looking for supply to be coming in. Okay, so it just tagged again, there are trapped buyers, so I'm looking for one more push to the upside and see. But overall auction is developing higher. Some supply did came in at 800 level. So what was my password? I need to check it. Okay, so that's fine. So I will not be able to execute trades, but currently what I'm seeing is we have got open equal to low in the futures. A lot of buyers are trapped. Overall inventory is long. The volume delta, cumulative volume delta is also positive, but this is for me now a resistance zone. I'm expecting some choppiness now, and currently a lot of buy positions have been created and there is sellers seen. So I'm looking for continuation lower. There are these unfinished auctions. Okay, so more buying positions are getting created on the spot. On the futures, I know this is where supply has come in. Now I'm observing the reaction at 750 and at 44,600 level. Let me just go here. Let me just hit refresh. So what has happened is we have opened, out of the previous day's value. Inventory is long, but I am seeing sellers. So you have to answer, or you have to ask a question that who is coming exactly at this particular level. Yeah, so this is an anomaly. This is where market generated information. So someone is coming and selling exactly at previous day's high. Yeah, so those are nuances which you have to identify. So currently what I'm seeing is we are just chopping, but I am actually neither short biased, neither long biased. The reason why I'm not long biased is I know there are buyers trapped above. So I'm looking for the auction to get repaired and see some more buyers to come in, because unless and until new fresh buying will not come in, it is just gonna chop, it is just gonna range. So currently supply is coming in. Buyers are the ones who are building the positions. Yeah, I'll just close this, and yeah, this is where supply is seen, and we are in that 100-point range. So it has developed above 44,600. So the calls are the ones who have thrown in their towel. But currently what I'm seeing is a lot of call positions are created at 600. So this is going to act as a support zone for the moment. So as the auction is coming down, this is where, I'm expecting, so 600 is where, I'm expecting again some responsive buying, and then do we see an up move? Currently on the spot, more buyers have come in, so now I'm looking for an up move now. Yep, it is moving higher. So let me just look at the print. Yep, it is moving higher. So let's see if we get a short covering or not, because at every high move, I don't want to chase this. Again, the reason is buyers are trapped. So this is a resistance. This is where supply will be coming in. Let me go to a smaller time frame chart. So nope, there isn't any level. It is clearing. So overall inventory is long, and there is a level, there is a reference here, so I'm looking for this level to be broken now. What's HDFC Bank doing? HDFC Bank has got more trapped buyers here. So it is chopping. So I'm waiting for it to break 115.40. Let's see if it breaks and continues lower. So it looked below and failed. Yep. So there is a short covering seen in the Bank Nifty. So now it shouldn't come low. If it comes lower, then expect rotational towards the low of the day. Now I'm looking for continuation. So previous day's high is where a lot of absorption is happening from the seller's side. Okay, so this is where I'm expecting again supply to be coming in. So a good sign of continuation. So come on, continue higher. I'm waiting for further continuation higher, but it's not. It is again coming within the previous day's range, previous day's high. So a good short position is, as the auction develops lower this, right? That's where you can take a short, keeping this as your SL. Okay, so for that I am looking for the auction to come below the previous day's high, because that's where the range bound play will be coming in. Currently the auction is not coming. This is where a lot of absorption is happening around the previous day's high. Okay, so I'm looking for fresh buyers now. I'm looking for these numbers to go up. But currently I'm seeing supply definitely seen from the OI data. So I'll just jump to the OI data. So this is where a lot of call positions have been created. So, at every up move, I'm seeing supply is coming in, and we are just gonna chop. Okay, so now it is just hovering around it. Still not a good time to short. Let it give it some time. Okay, on the futures chart, I'm seeing the buyers are getting trapped. Okay, so I'm seeing buyers are getting trapped here. Now this is a good opportunity to take a short. Keep your SL here or keep your SL here, and expect continuation towards 780. So you can short now, and the auction. So this is a 20 point move down. You might be getting 10 points. That's a quick scalp. Which I'm looking for. And I'm also seeing further gaps. I'm seeing more buyers are getting trapped. Okay, so as it is moving lower, you would be in some profit. So 780 is the line in sand. Also on the spot chart, I'm seeing a lot of absorption below 650 level. So this is where I'm expecting irresponsive buying. Now sellers are coming in. Okay, and you should be out of the trade now, because this is where I'm seeing responsive buying. Does the POC move up? Let's see. We just have spent 9 minutes. Okay, there is going to be responsive buying here. So I'm looking for sellers here. I'm looking for buyers here. So we are just going to chop, right? Again, similar behavior which happened yesterday. If you were live, so I was live, and if you watched yesterday's live session, similar auction behavior is happening. Okay, so I'm looking for supply here. I'm looking for supply here. I'm looking for buyers here, buyers here. Yeah. So we are going to be in this 20 point chop, 20 point range. But it looked above previous day's high and failed. Supply was found, and now I'm looking for continuation lower with first target at 780, which is around the POC 780 or 772. And if this and if half back, if it develops around half back, and if it moves lower, then I'm waiting for this particular gaps to be filled. Now there will be some VWAP or something. Yeah. So the reason why is because there is absorption seen at the VWAP. Okay. So this is at 782. So it went till 782, and that's where. So my target was 780. It just moved 2 points below. But let's see. So again, there will be some absorption at the 780. What is the VWAP level? 784. Okay. So here this is on a 30-minute chart. So here it is 759. This is on a 3-minute chart. But I am seeing absorption. Currently, I'm not seeing any big players adding, accumulating positions. But now I'm seeing some supply getting trapped. So I'm waiting for it to go lower. Give it some time. And HDFC Bank is developing lower. So 1540 was my line in sand, and now it is coming lower. So it went till 773, and now I'm looking for continuation. So HDFC is adding more fuel to the fire. And this is where, I'm expecting some responsive buying. So let's see whether we get that. Now, as it is moving below VWAP, we have a level at 774. So I'm observing, the reaction at this particular level. A lot of sellers are getting trapped here. Yeah. So, don't take a short. The short trade is already done. That's, now I'll be just waiting and watching. So don't short, because you might be getting trapped. Overall inventory is long. Previous day's inventory is where, a lot of supply is again trapped. Yeah. So I'm waiting for, wait for 774 to break. Because I'm looking for some sideways option development. And again, this is the zone where I'm looking for some responsive buying. Okay. Let me go to the options data. Yeah. So now if you see, more put data is getting created. So more of put options is getting written. So if you short, you might be getting trapped. Yeah. So, premium erosion will be high if you are an option buyer. Option seller, it's okay. But currently what I'm seeing is change in OI is on put. So more put positions are being written, in the current auction, whereas the calls are the one, who are, seeing too short. Yeah. So there is a diaspora, or there is a discord between the data which is getting generated. Okay. So now as 774 is broken, now I'm looking for continuation lower. So this level has been broken, looking for continuation lower, and, fill this gaps, fill this anomalies. Now, as it is moving higher, you have to observe the reaction, because I'm looking for sellers again coming in at 777. Yeah. So as it is moving lower, so this was previously a support zone. Now it will be a resistance zone. So as it is moving higher, I'm looking for a seller. So one way to identify, seller is, this is what I do. So the red line is the supply, the green line is where supply is shutting off. So there are sellers, I'm able to see the sellers. Yeah. So now I'm seeing continuation lower, and this particular gaps have been filled. And also from the order flow, now the buyers are trapped. So I'm looking for continuation, and 600 is where I'm looking as the next level where some absorption will be seen. Okay. So call data, call inventory, they are telling, the data point is telling that more of call is open interest, but I'm seeing more put data is getting written. Yeah. So 600 is the line in sand, 600 is the level of support, from the spot chart. Let me just mark this levels. So what we have is supply, overhead supply, trapped supply, unfinished auction. Again, we have got trapped buyers, supply, lot of supply. So currently there are a lot of supply in the system. So don't take a long trade, because supply will be coming in. Okay. If you want to take a long trade, wait for the auction to go above 800 on futures, or 650 and sorry, 680 on the spot, because currently I'm seeing a lot of supply is seen in the system. Okay, so this is where I'm looking for sellers to again reload their positions. If you see the delta here, right, it was some how much was it? 1.4K. So from 1.4, sellers have absorbed the buyers. So basically buyer absorption is seen. And as the price is moving higher, I'm looking for sellers to be coming in. Even though this is where there are trapped sellers, overhead, these are the zones where I'm looking for the supply to reinitiate their position. So what they will be doing is they'll be adding some short positions here. They'll be adding some short positions here, here, here. So basically they are just averaging their price, selling price. Okay, so as it is moving above 664, yeah, I'm looking at the futures data. Again, I'm seeing a lot of supply. What's happening in HDFC? So in HDFC, I'm seeing a lot of trap buyers. Okay, so a very good learning day. I'm not in a hurry to take a long, even though it might be above VWAP. So we will be just chopping around VWAP. It closed above VWAP. Let's see if it breaks the VWAP or not. So I'm looking for price stability, basically buyer retention at this particular zone. Or, this is where I'm looking for buyer retention. If I'm not able to see that, then I'm looking for continuation lower. If I see buyer retention, then obviously, we will be developing higher. So supply is again strong. A lot of buyers trapped. Let's see, does it take out? So this is where the supply has absorbed from the price action perspective. Now those who went long here, right, they have their stop losses here. So a lot of liquidity or, the sell limit orders are getting created here. Okay, so we are just gonna chop. So as it is broken this, so we will be chopping in this zone. Now this is very important area to observe. So now it is clearly breaking the VWAP. So a lot of folks, even I used to look at this and I used to take a put trade. I do not advise to take a put trade because you might be getting trapped. Okay, let me see if there are any questions. No questions yet. That's fine. Okay, so I'm expecting responsive buying at previous week high. So if you see overall inventory is long, so don't be in a hurry to take a short trade. I'm expecting range bound auction to be getting developed. Yeah, we are just chopping in this range. Yeah, and now more put positions are getting created. Okay, so let this range bound auction, continue. Again, some absorption seen. So this is where buyers are seen. This is where sellers are seen. More sellers are in the system. So algo is telling me now no one is interested to buy here. Yeah. So again, this is a data point. Basically, this is where, a lot of positions were created and, this acts as a barrier. Okay. So now as it is broken below VWAP, let's see, because I'm looking for a choppiness. So we are just hovering around the POC or the VWAP. This is the developing POC. Supply in the system. We are in the range where there are buyers. Yeah. So this is one range and this is other range. Yeah. So this is where, if you're an option buyer, you will be losing. Wait for this to be broken out. See, do we look below and fail, or do we look below and continue? Because that will give you a clarity. So this is a chop zone. Let the big players fight out, and the supply has absorbed the buying. Currently it is getting flat. So does this mean I should take a long? No, you should not do anything. Because what will happen is, as it is coming here, it will start developing up, higher. Then you will take a long, then supply will come in and it will develop lower. Yeah. So we are in a choppy zone. Okay, come on. 600. Okay, so this is the time to just wait and watch. So one good thing is it is developing below my level, that is 786. So what am I now looking at is we have this sort of a miniature gap. So does it get filled? If this gets filled, look for absorption around 682. Because that's where, as the auction will develop lower, I'm looking for responsive buying because that's where the sellers are trapped. Okay, so if this fills, look for some range, choppy range here, and then we might be developing lower. Okay, so as the auction is coming here, let's see whether it breaks this particular level, that is 747. Okay, so again I'm just repeating, this is one range and this is another range. So don't take any trades. Let the biggies, let them fight it out. But from the higher time frame perspective, I'm saying sellers are the ones who are more in the system. They have absorbed about 1.4k orders. Currently the delta has also turned negative. Okay, so let's see, do we get look below and fail, or do we get look below and continuation? Okay, so we still have got one more gap which is not yet filled. So that's anomaly. So let's see whether it gets cleared or not. Nope, more supply is getting trapped here at the previous week high. And 600 is the zone where I'm looking for some responsive buying, because currently I'm seeing a lot of OI data. So basically for options, put options are the ones who are writing. So basically they are the ones who are absorbing the supply. More put positions at 44,500. 600 is where a lot of straddle positions are getting created. So this is straddle and this is triangle. Yeah, so put positions are getting created more at 700, 600. Let's see. So some absorption seen at 600. We have got supply here. And if it develops lower, right, so this is where I'm looking for some responsive buying, and the next level is around 660. Yeah, this is where there will be buyers. Okay, so now it is developed lower. So now look below and fail, or do we look below and continue? Let's see whether what's the auction getting. Okay, so one way to test is you can take a put trade, you can take a test trade here, or here, keep your SL here and observe the put prices. If the prices fall, then that auction will go up. If the prices rise, then you can just start trailing your SL, because now I'm looking for the stops to be getting hit. If I see continuation, this particular gap, does it get filled? Yep, it is getting filled. So I'm now looking for a drop. Let's see whether we get that drop, and do we get a big number. Okay, more sellers are coming in. So in HDFC, so supply is coming in. Let's see whether we get a drop now. So some algos are absorbing now this orders as it is coming to their buying price, to their area of interest. So there is, someone are trying to absorb the selling. Okay, so that anomaly is cleared. Now we need to look for continuation. So do we get sellers here? Yep, supply has came in. Now let's go lower. Okay, so I'm looking for this gap to be filled. And there are also trapped sellers there. So that's where, I'm looking for some responsive buying. Okay, so continue observing the auction here and here. Okay, I'll just be on mute. I'll just be back. Hey Lucky, just give me a minute. I'll just be back. Okay, so I'm back and it's not developing lower. I'm looking for continuation lower and this gap to be filled. There is some supply coming in at 600. Let's see. Yeah, Lucky, go ahead. Yeah, tell me what's your question or if you have any comments. Okay, so sellers, trapped sellers. Again, are we going to chop? So one data point is market generated information is we are within the previous week's high. Okay, so long-term players, they might be trying to add or short their positions. Okay, so why is the auction not developing lower is the question which I'm asking. So I want this gap to be filled. And because there are going to be a lot of buyers at the previous day's close. So this is the delta data. This is the go charting. This is on the futures contract, and this is on TradingView where I have coded same delta logic where I'm analyzing on the spot and on the futures chart. So what I'm doing is I'm just combining the data to basically identify where is the buyer, where is the seller, and when it comes to a seller, I observe the reaction of the price. Based on the reaction, I get a clarity, and whether do I get a fall, do I get a range bound, or do I get a rise. Yeah, so that's what this data is about. So this is pure decision making. I am using a couple of indicators. So this is one indicator which I have coded. I have coded a couple of indicators like trapped buyers and sellers. So these are, trapped sellers. This helped me identify. So for me, this is the area where I look for responsive buying. The green are the trapped buyers. So basically these buyers will be the sellers. This is where I look for responsive selling. Okay. So overall, my process is to identify where is the seller or where is the supply. Once you know where is the supply, then you just have to combine what's the inventory. If the inventory is long, then you look for supply. If the inventory is short, you look for supply to absorb that. Yeah, so that's the overall simple logic. And if you see from the price action perspective, supply is getting, so there is someone absorbing the orders at 735. algos are also telling me that the same thing. There is some absorption here. Okay, so the sellers are trapped. This is supply, this is supply, this is supply. Overall, the auction is in the court of the seller. Yeah, so this gives me a hint that the market has shifted from positive to negative. Currently the ball is in the court of the sellers, so I'm looking for continuation. Let's see whether we get that. There will be a couple of orders here, so I'm looking for a drop, and this is the zone where I'm looking for some responsive buying. So if it fails, right, it will drop, and this is the zone where I'll be looking to see if it looks below and fail. That's the tempo, that's what I'm looking for. So I hope I'm just making any sense. Okay, so I'm seeing the sellers are getting trapped here at 600. Yep, again more put data is getting created, so there is a discrepancy. So I'm looking for a sideways auction development, but I want the auction to break. Basically it will be hunting for liquidity. So if it is going to move higher, right, there won't be any rapid up move. Okay, so the B period has started now. So we are developing below VWAP. So it might be look above VWAP, and then we might continue lower, or we might again just chop. Currently I'm seeing the sellers are trapped. What's happening in HDFC? HDFC also there is supply seen here. Buyers are absorbing at 1535. Yeah, same here. Okay, so do we look above VWAP? So this is a 30-minute VWAP. Yep. So as it is moving higher, now I'm looking for sellers here at the current VWAP, that is at 774. Okay, so buyers coming in at VWAP. We are moving above previous week high, but again it is inviting sellers. So we again will be in this choppy range. Okay, so this is a choppy zone. This is again a choppy zone. So expect auction. So currently I'm looking for a mean reversion trade towards VWAP. So I will be taking a long here, keeping my SL here, target this. That's the current trade plan which I'm having. And if it doesn't reaches here, that's a market generated information which is suggesting you that the supply is strong. So then look for a reversal. Yeah, so this is that particular gap, or where I'm looking for the auction to close. So I'm looking for responsive buying here, I'm looking for responsive buying here. Okay, so my levels is look for supply here, look for demand here, look for buyer here, look for buyer here. Okay, so I hope lucky I was able to simplify, clarify what is it that I'm looking at. By the way, this is the market profile chart on the left. This is the order flow chart. This is a simple price action. So I use this to analyze the price action with my VWAP and also the accumulation. I try to analyze who are building their positions. So now there is one data point which I have is there is sellers trapped at 600. Okay, but now it is telling me buyers are trapped from the VWAP. It is now developing lower. So does it break this zone? So 730 to 750, again we are in this 20-point range. Someone is absorbing. Oh, it's too much complicated for you. Okay. Yep. Yeah, sorry for that. So HDFC Bank is telling me that there is overhead supply. Now I'm looking for continuation lower. I'm waiting for BankNifty to fall now. I'm looking for some big numbers. Yep, it is falling and some absorption happening. So I'm waiting for it to fill. Let's see. So Lucky, what I suggest is there are about 400 videos on my channel, right? So go through them. There is a series which I'm doing since January where I'm just focusing on BankNifty. I basically built my process on market profile. I am doing it since the last 6 years, and and ultimately, what I have found out is I want to know where is a buyer, where is a seller, how the auction is developing, what is the behavior. So currently, if you see, I'm expecting the auction to break, but it's not happening. So what it is suggesting means there are trap shorts. So who is coming exactly at the current open? I want this auction to break now. Is it going to happen now? Let's see. Yep, it looked below. Does it fill the gap? A lot of absorption is seen there. Yeah, it is not able to do it. So whenever I see such behavior, it is suggesting me that the selling is getting weaker, even though the delta and all is suggesting that the ball is in the court of sellers. I want certain action to happen. Currently, I'm seeing the supply is not so strong. It is getting absorbed here. So does that mean should I take a short trade? No. Wait for the action to happen. So now what my analysis is, I want this level to break. I want it to go lower. This is the zone where I'm looking for buying. Okay, so come on, break it up. We are getting absorbed around the current open. So someone is absorbing at current open. Okay, we have a trapped supply. Current open is where I'm seeing the supply getting absorbed. So who comes at the current open? That are the questions which you have to ask. Algos are coming here, guys. Who is coming here? Who is exactly coming at the current open, punching in those orders? Yes, a human can do, but can they absorb so much supply? That's the question, which you have to ask. Okay, come on, drop now. Okay, sellers are coming in. What is the options data? Yep, so more of put options, and now it has broken, but I'm not seeing any big numbers. I'm looking for continuation, and this is where I'm looking for some absorption. Currently the sellers so don't short here, don't short. This is where you will be getting trapped. So it has broken the 600 level. Okay, so that's fine. So that gap is filled now. This particular gap is filled. Okay, now I'm looking for supply at 735 and supply shutting off at 697. So I'm looking at this red line. So when it comes at 735, does the seller initiate their position or not? See, I was saying don't short. Yes, mean reversion is happening. Now I'm looking at 735. Does the supply come in? Yep, there is a seller. Seller has been found. So then it is just gonna chop now. Okay, so my thesis was it should look below and fail, or look below and continue. That is what I was looking for. Currently I'm seeing is look below and fail. As it is looking below and fail, now the nature of the auction is it is going to move higher, it is going to rotate higher. This is where a lot of stops are present. Okay, now the supply is the one which is getting trapped here. So other thing what can happen is it might not move up, it might just chop, then it will fall. So that's the alternate plan which you should have. So if it falls, this is where I'm looking to add positions. Okay, so currently I'm seeing supply is the one which is getting trapped. HDFC, there is overhead supply. Is there any accumulation? Nope, there isn't any accumulation seen. So I'll just close this. Okay, and we are in this range. So this is a no trade zone. Just wait and watch. Okay. So yeah, thank you, Lucky, for your questions. I do come in every day around 9 a.m. So yeah, you can learn from me with these free videos, or if you're interested for mentoring, let me know. I'll be happy to mentor. Okay, with that, I'll be ending this session today. I've been talking since last 45 minutes. So do like, share, subscribe, and if you want to connect with me, schedule a meeting with me, there's a link in the description. You can do that. Or if you're watching it in this video in a recorded session, or later not live, then yeah, feel free to share your comments. Okay. So with that, ending the session, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Yeah, take care. Bye for now.